Lately, Chinese companies are stepping up to challenge Elon Musk in the car-making game. Take Xiaomi, for example, a brand that used to rule the smartphone world. Now they've jumped into cars, and their latest model, the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra, is making waves everywhere. It's amazing how a new player can shake things up. What once seemed impossible is now real. This electric car is like a dream mashup of the best in the business. It's got the jaw-dropping speed of a Porsche, the smooth drifting skills of a BMW, the fancy elegance of a Mercedes-Benz, and the smart tech of a Tesla, all rolled into one. The Xiaomi SU7 Ultra is already changing the game, showing that big ideas and gutsy moves can totally transform the car world. Even Ford's big boss, Jim Farley, couldn't help but rave about it, calling it the best car out there. Want to stay ahead of the curve and learn more about this tech marvel? Hit that subscribe button so you're the first to catch all the juicy details. Ford's CEO, Jim Farley, went all out and brought one to the US himself, cruising it for almost a year. That's a huge thumbs up from one of the car world's top dogs. Before we get to that, let's take a look at how a smartphone company went about creating speed cars. It's 2021, and Xiaomi's big boss and founder, Lei Jun, gets a call that turns his world upside down. Xiaomi, a tech giant known for its budget-friendly phones and gadgets, has just been placed on a US sanctions list. This wasn't just a minor glitch, it was a potential disaster. The US claimed Xiaomi had ties to the Chinese military, something Xiaomi vehemently denied, and being on this blacklist meant that American companies and investors couldn't work with them. For a company that was heavily dependent on its smartphone business, this was a major blow. Lei Jun knew he had to act fast to prevent the loss of Xiaomi's 30,000-plus employees and millions of customers. During an emergency meeting with his board, someone asked a scary question. What if our phone business goes under? What happens next for all these people who rely on us? That's when the idea of making cars came to mind. Lei Jun didn't just see it as a backup plan. He saw it as the future. He was watching the world move toward electric vehicles, or EVs, and he knew that smart technology and cars were starting to blend together. Xiaomi already specializes in connected gadgets, phones, smartwatches, even rice cookers, so why not take that know-how into the automotive lane? Lei Jun didn't waste time. On March 30th, 2021, he stood up and announced to the world that Xiaomi was jumping into the EV game. He promised to pour $10 billion into this new adventure over the next decade, including an initial sum of 10 billion Chinese yuan, about $1.4 billion. Oh, and he wasn't just funding it. He himself would be the CEO of this new car division. For Lei, this wasn't just a side hustle. He called it the last big entrepreneurial project of his life. Talk about risking everything. What's wild is how fast Xiaomi has zoomed into the car scene. They only started their car division 4 years ago, and just 1 year after rolling out their first model, they've sold over 200,000 SU7s. At the big launch on March 26, 2025, the SU7 Ultra racked up over 19,000 confirmed orders and more than 10,000 locked-in pre-orders. Talk about a hot ticket. Here's the kicker. Xiaomi slashed the price of the SU7 Ultra from $112,000 to just $73,000. That bold move puts it right in the ring with heavy hitters like the Porsche Taycan Turbo S, Tesla Model S Plaid, Rimac Nevera, and Lucid Air Sapphire. At that price, it's no wonder people are turning their heads toward this game changer. But the real jaw-dropper? This car rockets from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, 62 miles per hour. in just 1.9 seconds, making it one of the fastest production sedans ever. That kind of speed is why car lovers and experts can't stop talking about it. Xiaomi's not just in the game. They're rewriting the rules of the electric vehicle world. All right, let's dive into what makes the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra such a beast. Its design. This electric sedan is loaded with 17 carbon fiber parts, which help it slice through the air like a champ and make it a legit, road-ready, four-door race car. Right smack in the middle of the hood, there's a dazzling 24-karat gold emblem, a flashy touch that screams luxury and one-of-a-kind. But heads up, if you're parking this beauty outside, keep an eye out, because that golden badge might just catch a thief's attention. Up front, the car's bold face has a big splitter that pops open when you're flying down the road, boosting cooling by 10%. Pretty cool, right? In the middle, you can opt for a painted stripe if you're all about that sporty vibe. Plus, the roof is pure carbon fiber, shaving off weight while keeping the car super sturdy. At the back, there's a slick bumper spoiler that lifts up with a button press, just like the fancy active aerodynamics you'd see on race cars zooming around Tokyo. And don't worry about safety. The SU7 Ultra's frame is built tough, with 90.1% of it made from high-strength steel and aluminum alloys, all based on the solid standard SU7 platform. This car's design isn't just about looking good, it's engineered to dominate. The Xiaomi SU7 Ultra rolls on flashy 21-inch gold wheels wrapped in Pirelli P0 PZ4 tires, giving it killer grip and smooth handling. It's got a dual-chamber air suspension that lets you tweak the ride height and stiffness however you like. Something you'll also spot in other cool Chinese rides like the BYD Yangwang U9 and U8. Weighing in at 2,205 kilograms, 4,861 pounds, this car feels solid on the road, but still performs like a dream. It's 196.7 inches long, 77.3 inches wide, without mirrors, and 56.7 inches tall, with a wheelbase of 118.1 inches, making it look sleek and ready to pounce. Before we peek inside at the fancy interior, let's talk about what really sets the SU7 Ultra apart: its insane performance. This is hands down the most powerful four-door electric sedan in its league, leaving rivals in the dust. Powering this monster are 3 electric motors Xiaomi built from scratch, 2 beefy hyper-engine V8s at the back, pumping out massive power to the rear wheels, and a hyper-engine V6 up front, pushing the front wheels. Together, they churn out a jaw-dropping 1,526 horsepower and 1,770 Newton, 1,305 lb-ft of torque. That means the SU7 Ultra can blast from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 1.98 seconds and hit a top speed of 350 km per hour, 217 miles per hour. Want even more? There's a special version with no speed cap that can rocket to an unreal 359.06 km per hour, 223 miles per hour. This car's a total game-changer. The Xiaomi SU7 Ultra's interior is a cool mix of sporty style and pure luxury. It's built to seat 5 people comfy, with seats made from top-notch leather and Alcantara, a fancy material that's both classy and tough. The whole inside rocks a bold yellow and black vibe, giving it a fresh, standout look. Up front, the driver gets a sleek, easy-to-grip steering wheel with handy scroll knobs on both sides. Right behind it sits a sharp 7.1-inch digital screen that shows all the key driving info, like speed, battery life, range, and navigation tips, in a super clear, no-fuss way. Plus, there's a head-up display that beams important details right onto the windshield so you don't have to take your eyes off the road. Smack in the middle of the dashboard is a huge 15-inch OLED screen that's your go-to for everything. It's smooth, immersive, and controls stuff like navigation, music, air conditioning, and car settings, all with a high-tech, user-friendly twist. With 5G built in, it keeps maps, traffic info, and software up to the minute. You can even talk to it. The AI-powered voice commands and smart features learn what you like and make suggestions, all hands-free. Between the driver and front passenger, there's a slick center console with double cup holders, a spot to wirelessly charge your phone, some control buttons, and a hidden storage nook. Safety? The SU7 Ultra's got you covered. It's packed with cutting-edge features like LiDAR, 360-degree cameras, and emergency brakes that kick in when you need them. It can even drive itself and has a track mode for when you want to feel like a race car pro. This car's interior isn't just about looks, it's loaded with smarts and comfort too. The battery, the heart of any electric car, is super safe in the SU7 Ultra. Xiaomi's boss has made it clear they've gone all out to protect it, packing in a 14-layer shield, ultra-tough steel beams, and special aerogel insulation that can handle heat up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Plus, it's got a dual-sided water cooling system with a huge 7.8 square meters area to keep everything running at the perfect temp. No overheating here. Xiaomi's just getting started in the car world, and the SU7 Ultra is one heck of a first step. But wait, there's more. Their next big thing, the Xiaomi U7 SUV, is already turning heads. This all-electric SUV is ready to take on the Tesla Model Y, with an awesome driving range of up to 770 kilometers, 478 miles, and different versions to fit all kinds of drivers. Loaded with high-tech goodies, plenty of room, and Xiaomi's knack for pushing the envelope, the U7 is set to make a big splash in the electric vehicle scene. Why cars? A perfect fit for Xiaomi's tech empire. You might be wondering, why cars? Weren't they happy making phones? Well, Xiaomi wasn't your typical phone company. Since starting in 2010, they'd built a massive ecosystem of connected devices. Think smart TVs, scooters, and even air purifiers, all tied together with their software. Their slogan, "Innovation for Everyone," was all about bringing high-tech goodies to regular folks at prices that didn't break the bank. Cars, especially electric ones, fit right into that vision. EVs aren't just cars with batteries, they're rolling computers packed with screens, sensors, and software. Xiaomi already had a knack for making tech that talks to each other. They call it the Human X-Car X-Home ecosystem. Imagine your phone telling your car to warm up the seats, or your smartwatch letting you know the battery's low. That's the kind of seamless connection Xiaomi dreamed of. Plus, Lei Jun had buddies in the EV world, like William Li from NIO and He Xiaopeng from XPeng, who nudged him toward the idea. They told him, "This is the future, Lei. You've got this." But it wasn't just about opportunity. It was about survival. The sanctions threat pushed Xiaomi to diversify. If phones took a hit, cars could keep the company cruising. Lei Jun saw it as a strategic choice to secure Xiaomi's place in a fast-changing tech landscape. So, with a mix of guts, vision, and a little peer pressure, Xiaomi took the plunge. Setting up shop, the birth of Xiaomi. Auto, fast forward to September 1st, 2021. Xiaomi Automobile Kopedbidwalido was officially born. They set up headquarters in Beijing and got to work. Lei Jun wasn't messing around. He wanted this done right, and he wanted it done fast. Some folks suggested partnering with an existing car maker to speed things up, But Lei said, "No shortcuts." He believed Xiaomi needed to control the whole process, from design to production, to make something truly special. That meant building everything in-house, even if it took longer and cost more. Recruitment kicked into high gear. Xiaomi put out the call for talent, and people answered in droves. 380,000 job applications poured in. They snagged big names like Liu Anyu, an early Xiaomi star, Li Tianyuan, a car designer from BMW, and Hu Zhengnan, a sharp mind from the investment world. With a dream team forming, Xiaomi started sketching out their first car, codenamed MS-11. The Chinese government gave them a boost, too. In November 2021, Xiaomi signed a deal with Beijing's municipal government to set up shop in the Beijing Economic and Technological Development Zone. The plan? A massive factory split into 2 phases, each pumping out 150,000 cars a year, 300,000 total when fully cranked up. Construction began in 2022, and Lei Jun's crew was racing against the clock to get it ready. The SU7 takes shape, from dream to reality. By early 2023, whispers about Xiaomi's car started leaking out. Some sneaky photos of computer screens showed a sleek sedan that looked a bit like a Porsche Taycan. Sharp lines, sporty vibes, and a whole lot of promise. That August, China's regulators gave Xiaomi the green light to start building EVs, and in December 2023, the world finally met the Xiaomi SU7, short for Speed Ultra. The SU7 wasn't just a car, it was a statement. Unveiled in Beijing, it came in 4 flavors: the standard SU7, SU7 Pro, SU7 Max, and the wild SU7 Ultra. Prices started at just 215,900 yuan, around $30,000, undercutting Tesla's Model 3 in China. Xiaomi teamed up with BAIC Group, a state-owned car maker, to handle production while their own factory was still being built. The first SU7 rolled off the line in December 2023, ahead of the planned 2024 start, proof that Lei Jun's no shortcuts approach was paying off. Orders opened on March 28, 2024, and holy cow, did people respond! Within 27 minutes, Xiaomi had 50,000 firm orders. By June, they delivered 25,000 SU7s, and demand was so high they had to tweak production to keep up. The SU7 wasn't just selling, it was flying out the door faster than any car in history, some say. Challenges along the way. Of course, it wasn't all smooth driving. Building a car from scratch is tough, even for a tech giant like Xiaomi. Lei Jun admitted, "Making cars is extremely difficult." They had to figure out everything: batteries, motors, safety systems, without years of car-making experience. Some doubted they could pull it off, especially in China's crowded EV market, where giants like BYD and Tesla already ruled. The sanctions mess lingered too. While Xiaomi fought the US in court and won, getting off the blacklist by May 2021, the drama added pressure. Investors worried the car project might drag down Xiaomi's phone profits if it flopped. And then there was the price war. EV makers were slashing costs to win customers, making it tricky for a newbie like Xiaomi to stand out. But Lei Jun had a secret weapon: Xiaomi's fans. Known as Mi fans, these loyal customers trusted the brand and were eager to see what it could do with a car. That trust, plus Xiaomi's tech smarts and a killer price point, gave them an edge. The SU7 Ultra, a record-breaking beast. Just when you thought Xiaomi was done impressing, they dropped the SU7 Ultra, a souped-up version that screamed performance. In October 2024, A prototype hit Germany's Nürburgring Nordschleife track and clocked a lap time of 6 minutes, 46.874 seconds, snagging the record for a four-door car. With over 1,500 horsepower and a top speed of 359 kilometers per hour, 223 miles per hour, in its unlimited version, the Ultra proved Xiaomi wasn't just here to play, it was here to dominate. Even Ford's CEO, Jim Farley, couldn't stop raving. He flew an SU7 from Shanghai to Chicago and drove it for 6 months, saying, "I don't want to get in anything else." High praise from a car industry legend. What's next? The U7 SUV and beyond. Xiaomi's not stopping at sedans. Enter the U7 SUV, set to launch in early 2025. Designed to rival Tesla's Model Y, it promises a 770-kilometer, 478 miles range and a roomy, tech-packed interior. Spy shots show a low, sleek design. Some even compare it to a Ferrari Purosangue. But with Xiaomi's signature touches, like frameless doors and smart headlights. Priced to compete with the Model Y, starting under 250,000 yuan or $34,500, the U7 could be another blockbuster. The Beijing factory's second phase is underway, aiming to boost capacity by summer 2025. Xiaomi's president, William Lu, even hinted at going global by 2027, eyeing Europe first. With 135,000 cars delivered in 2024 alone, they're on track to double that in 2025. Lei Jun's dream? To be a top car maker in 15 to 20 years? Bold? Yes. Possible? Absolutely.